Welcome back to the Intersect Podcast. We got a very, very special guest over here. Look how big he is. He's so big.
Just an angle.
We fucking finally back. I mean, it's been 2 seconds for us. We just finished one. But yeah, no, we've got a very, very special guest. Someone that has, I think, helped a lot of people in the gym and mentally. So yeah, I can't wait to get into it. How are we, boys? You good?
Yeah, good. Thanks. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely,
to
man.
be on this podcast. I mean, like you said, helping people mentally. I appreciate those words. It's sort of, I use it as a motivation.
Of course, I think
Really.
we all do. Yeah.
That's what we all here for. With the fitness journey.
Yeah.
It's really the mental strength more than the physical.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think
yeah,
so. The
definitely.
benefits of that. So maybe we can share.
Oh, of
We can
course.
sort of have a conversation around that. Yeah.
No, mental health. I think like mental health and the gym just correlate so well,
They do.
like with each other. And I think a lot of people, they don't give it that chance, or the gym has that stigma around it where they go. And I was the same. Like before I got into it, it was I want to join up to the gym. You go in there, like everyone in here is a dickhead. You know, like they just pump iron just so they can look good and just have all this fucking. But you meet people like you and like your brother and like a Riff, all the big boys that are in there that you look up to. You're just so nice.
Yeah.
These are the teddy bears that we're talking about. Like you, as a new person, you walk in and you see people like you boys, and you just they're big.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think it's such a misconception about going in the gym and feeling that self-conscious about yourself, and especially around, I reckon, the intimidation for the guys that want to start, feeling intimidated
Definitely
by other people in the gym. But that's one thing that it takes years and years to train your mind to be like, I'm here for myself.
Exactly.
All right. So I put my shoes in a person who started gymming.
Yeah.
All right. And for them, seeing us boys train, it can be like really intimidating. But you know what I mean? Like I really understand how it feels to just start up and not being able to, talk to people in the gym.
Yeah.
Not knowing what machine to use, about diet and all that. But as I mature in this fitness journey, I start to realize that the mental benefits of the gym lifestyle is, it's a total, there's no limit in the benefits of training your body, right? So I think that's what a podcast like this is really, really good to share with other, especially like, the well-being of men these days.
Which is what you
guys are talking about, which is really great. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to go on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's really just the intentions of helping people out there.
Yeah.
Because it's just not the physical.
Yep.
But it's the mental battle within yourself that you take out of the gym and you use it.
Yep.
You utilize those strengths outside the gym.
Well, that's what I was saying to like Adam on one of the last episodes, is that I strongly agree that even one thing, your physical appearance, can make such a big difference in your mental health.
Yes.
Because a lot of the time it stems from you looking at yourself in the mirror and you go, oh my God, how did I let myself go?
Yeah.
You know? And then you start to see all these little like progress things where, you see that little bicep vein.
Yeah,
like,
the
come
vein,
in.
that one vein.
And then you're like,
And that first vein is like fire in your wood. It's like, shit, I'm getting results. Like keep going with that, You won't get results after if you start, you're a skinny bloke, you start training, let's be honest, like, after the 2-3 weeks, you won't see any results. Maybe a month, you won't see results.
No.
Maybe after the 6 weeks, like you said, little vein pops out.
Yeah.
A bit of size on your delts.
Yeah.
Things like that. Those are the things that really put fire in that.
Definitely.
Put wood in that fire.
Yep.
And just motivate you to go more.
Even things like progression photos. that's why
Yeah.
I always like if someone I've had so many people come to me, and I mean, like, you guys are the biggest inspiration to me, especially your brother, because he was the first one to come up to me, and like we were saying before, he goes, "Bro, you're looking big," or "Bro, you're killing it." He's like, you just start going, "Oh, he's speaking to me, boy. That's fucking sick." But it's like just like progression photos as soon as you start, and then you may not see it because you look at yourself every single day.
But
4
the
weeks.
people, maybe your family won't see those little changes. But if you haven't seen someone in like a few months and they see you again,
They go, "Oh,
you're
shit."
just like, "Oh, shit, you've got to gain a bit of size."
Yeah.
You don't realize it.
You don't realize it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think, like you said, like recording in the gym, it's more for progress. It's more for looking at your technique, your form, correcting it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. That's a big one. Yeah.
It's not really about, you just freaking love yourself and, you just want to record for the sake of you. People misunderstand that. The reason why, we start recording ourselves is for the purpose of that as well. Correct? Especially when you do the heavy lifts, like the squats, the deadlifts, the bench press, you really want to improve your technique.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons why you want to, shoot your footage. You look back afterwards, you correct those little tweaks that you can change, and that's progression.
Well, how many times have we done that with almost all the big three?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Depth is a big one.
Depth is a big one.
Yeah. But it's good to talk with you guys because we are like the OGs of the old Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
Right?
Which
So
is
like
crazy.
we have known each other. We see each other every day. We may not talk every day, but we know, we're here for a battle.
Exactly.
Like those days, I think a lot of people misunderstand people who don't want to talk in the gym, especially my brother. I use my brother a lot for motivation because mentally, like he has taught me to become mentally stronger in a way that when you go in the gym, as soon as you walk in the gym, especially when you walk, you're doing like a heavy squat day or a heavy bench, when we train together, we don't talk.
Yeah.
We know the weight that we're going up, but we don't talk during those lifts yet.
Yeah.
Because the main lifts is like the bench press, right?
Yeah.
So when we're training, we get into a mindset, we're like, we're going to kill this.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to talk to each other. We're not going to let people talk to us.
Yeah.
So if there's times where you boys think like, oh man, these guys are freaking arrogant, it's not that, because we're so focused on chasing that, say, 150, 160 bench.
Yeah.
We're just like trying to blank everything out.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking heavy. It's
like
fucking heavy, right?
Yeah.
When we were doing our squats, we would just cut out the chit chat.
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
You do your squats. Like,
Well, yeah, we would. Yeah, that's right. So we would go into, and like normally, as you see us in the gym, we're fucking around and laughing and just talking shit. As soon as it's like legs or we know we have like we want to achieve something that day, we're going in, we're chucking headphones in. I'm looking at Adam. I'm
It's
like,
game on.
Yeah.
It's game on. Like I can't go in the gym and like in between my sets going up to my heavy set and come and talking to a person talking about their weekend or what do they get up to about their family. Like, yes, I do care about that. But right now,
You're focusing on fucking.
I'm focusing on that.
Yeah.
We can talk later.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get a lot of my friends saying like, you don't really talk in the gym, whatever, but it's because you're there for one thing.
Yeah.
Battle within yourself.
Yeah.
And we can talk, and like talking about that, you can shift that when that mental training of resilience, of not giving up, of failing on a big squat or a deadlift, you shift that mindset outside the gym.
Yeah.
If you can do it in the gym and you shift it outside the gym, you become the most dominant man mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is why I think a lot of the gym, like our little like stigma thing is the gym, because we've taken the mentality that we've built in the gym and we're trying to create something and push that like mental strength
Yes.
out to other people and show them that talking, like when you're struggling, like talking inside the gym, like what you were just saying is one thing. Talking with your mental self and your battles is another thing.
Here's another thing.
So
Yeah.
if you can like dial in and focus on your mental health and talk about those things, it fucking helps
Yes.
a lot.
It does.
Um,
It does.
And doing, it's essentially the same thing. You're like dialing in the gym. You're like, fuck, I'm gonna get this fucking 200 kilo bench press. I mean, that's warm up for you, but you know, like dialing on that and going, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And then coming outside of the gym and going, fuck, I'm struggling mentally.
Yeah.
I need to speak to someone. I'm gonna speak to someone.
Yes.
You know, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
To deal with those things rather
Yes.
than just bottling them up.
When people say, you know, gym is a lifestyle, some people misunderstand the concept of that too.
Yeah.
The lifestyle meaning is if you can be disciplined in your meals every day, cooking them at a time, eating them at a specific time, disciplined with that every single day, waking up at 4 o'clock to have your oats, your egg whites to train at 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Consistency on that. And then, like I said, resilient, not giving up on the things you do in the gym. If you can do those things consistently, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years to 10 years, right? You may not feel like you haven't accomplished anything in life. Like, you know, some people wake up in the morning, it's like, oh crap, I haven't really done anything with myself. But if you have done the things you need to do in the gym with your meals, with the discipline in timing, the timing you got to eat and all that, if you've already accomplished that, like, to me, that's already like a big accomplishment for myself.
100%.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you feel like you're a really shit dad.
Yeah. Oh,
You haven't done things for your kids. You've neglected them.
Yep.
Relationship-wise, like work-wise, you guys work full-time.
Yep.
You think like, oh man, like I haven't really accomplished anything today.
It's funny that you say that. I was laying in bed last night as well, and I was thinking, fuck, like I've been so focused on work and focused on, you know, this stuff.
Yeah.
And making sure I'm uploading and all that stuff. And I'm only like a couple weeks into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't really, like, I go to the gym after work, I come back and the kids are asleep. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be that dad that.
Yeah, you want to be that dad that can
Yeah.
be present at all times.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where the mental strength in the gym, you can use that, implement that in your family life.
Yeah.
I'm talking because it's you got to really experience and live in the shoes
Yeah.
of being like a parent or being, you know, because I'm sort of, my life situation have changed now, but I've gone through a stage where the well-being of myself wasn't really there.
Yeah.
But all times of those ups and downs, the gym like stuck.
Yeah.
No matter what was going on in my life, whether I was sad, depressed, mad, I would go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because you take it out in there as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by gym is a lifestyle, because it fixes everything around your life.
Yeah.
When they say you're a gym addict, when people say that, they don't understand. They got to gym first.
Yeah.
They have to train first to understand the benefits
Yeah.
of the gym, the fitness like lifestyle.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Because the thing that I always tell everyone is that if there's a day where, say, you come home from work or you're at home with the kids, and the partner comes home and you have to force yourself to go to the gym. I don't think you agree, but I always say, if you have to force yourself, you go to the gym. As soon as you walk out those doors, one, you're going to have a wicked workout because you're just fucking dialed in.
Yeah.
And two,
Yes, like a reset as well.
you walk out of the gym and you're content. You're like, damn, fuck, I'm not overthinking shit.
Everything that happened that day, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reset.
Yeah.
You've just let everything go from what has happened previously.
Yeah.
And you get home. And that's the one thing that I tell Michaela all the time is that one of the reasons why I go to the gym is because I don't want to get home and be frustrated because I've had a shit day and then lash out on the kids when they're having fun or playing with dolls or throwing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I go to the gym to lash out on the weights, on the big circles, and then I come home, I'll dance with the kids, I'll chuck some music on, I'll chuck on Frozen and I'll sing with them and like, you know, I because I never had that as a child.
Yeah.
And because I have girls as well, like I'll let them paint my toenails. I'll let them paint my fingernails. And then I go grease all over them. But
that's right.
You know, I want to be that dad that I want to be that I didn't have when I was a kid.
Yes.
So going to the gym not only helps with that, but it helps with me.
Helps with you.
Like it's a big thing for my mental health that I go.
Yeah. It's your time. It's your time that you do for yourself. And it's only an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. So people who are on the journey of wanting to lose weight, put on muscle, or just to train, when they say there's no excuses of not having the time to train, right? Because you have to make the time.
Yep.
It's like the same thing when people say, oh, sorry, bro, I couldn't really catch up with you. I've been busy for the last few weeks. It's not really because they're busy. Everyone's busy, but they didn't make the time for you.
Yeah.
They're just not interested in wanting to see you.
Yep.
You can be busy all day with meetings, but between those breaks, you can grab your phone and reply to the person if you want to.
Exactly.
Right? You got to make the time.
Damn.
Same with the gym. Same with the gym. There's no excuse in saying I have no time.
Yeah.
Right? You can, if you really want it, you can do it at 1 o'clock in the
it.
morning.
Absolutely.
4 o'clock in the morning. You just make the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many times I think before we were working out together, we would go into the gym at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Because it was like,
There'll be no one there though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one because you're embarrassed. Like we were saying before, it's the self-confidence and the intimidation.
Yeah.
So you want to go in when there's no one there, which is why I think a lot of females go at night. And it's like, if you look stupid when you're starting out, going late is probably the best time because you can act like a fucking dickhead in there.
No one's there.
But then also, in saying that, you don't want to go in there and try and bench 100 kilos straight away and
with no one there.
Yeah. So it's like, I used to do it all the time and go late, or I would go. That's a lie. I wouldn't go early in the morning because that's crazy. Early in the morning is not.
You don't do the 5 a.m. or 6 a.m.
I've tried.
Yeah.
We've tried, and it's like as soon as I feel great in the morning, I feel great during the day. As soon as it hits like 3, 4 o'clock,
that's when you sort of get that flat line where you just feel exhausted, right?
Yeah.
I think the thing I hated about morning sessions was because you're under time.
Yeah. You're sort of in a rush, right?
Yeah.
You get everything done.
Yeah, make sure you get showered before work and make sure you get all the shit. Yeah.
It's time consuming too. I did, when I first started gymming, which was probably 12, 13 years or maybe more, I was the morning crew.
Yeah, right.
So I lived in down south in Katanning, so we trained, and my dad was a cleaner at the rec center, so he opened up the gym. So
true. Yeah, right. Yeah,
so we would train. I would get up at 4:30 just to have my oats. I like to have a bit of carbs in my body, and train at 6. I did that for like 3 years straight, which I hated at first. But like I said, it's the consistency.
Yep.
Whether you hate it, or you don't want to do it, just do it. Get up and do it, and then it becomes immune to you, where your body just wakes up automatically.
Yep.
Like bang, 6 o'clock, 6:30. That's when your working sets are sort of kicking in.
Yeah.
And then by 7:30, you're done. Shower. I probably don't go home. Probably just go straight to work.
Yeah, like shower at the gym.
Shower at the gym.
Yeah.
Straight to work, and that's the day. That's the start of your day.
Yeah.
Probably. They say it's the best way to start your day as well, because you're sort of mentally already there.
Yeah.
You're already switched on.
Yeah.
So now when I have mates who want to train with me, they're like, Mo, you want to train at 5 o'clock? I'm like, mate, of course I can do that. Because that's like your body is just used to waking up in the morning as well.
Yeah.
So training in the morning and training at night, it takes a lot of time to sort of get your body used to that as well.
And I think that's why we're so used to training in the afternoon, because it was like,
That's all we did.
yeah, we like woke up, we had a shower, you did your like normal morning routine. You'd go to work and you would exhaust your body, but then you were excited to exhaust your body even more.
Even more.
We did that way.
Yeah.
Like, you drive home from work almost dead tired, but it's just like,
Yeah, but once you
that time before gym, you're like,
once you have that pre-workout, it's like shit. Where did this come from?
Yeah.
You just switched on again. Hey,
That's the thing that I think.
that's the mental strength.
Yeah, and it's a thing that I think I miss with you being here, is that like I would message Adam and be like, bro, I can't, not like I'm dead. He would send me a video fucking screaming into the camera, you bitch, let's go. And then like just watching that video alone, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go. All right, sit, slap your pre down, and then you just go into the gym and you just feel fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, I just wish everyone could experience it as as we do.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
just to understand that it's not really just a physical thing.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that we like you said, like, you know,
It's more mental.
it's mate, it's
Yeah, it's definitely more of a mental thing that helps the most. Like, yes, it's a bonus that it's you get fucking big or you get lean or whatever.
yeah,
but
that's the bonus part. Yes.
yeah, it's the mental health part that
Yeah. And okay, let's talk physical, right? You meet someone you don't even know. You shake their hand, it's like bang. You feel the grip of their hand, the grip strength, and you see their forearms, see a bit of like veins on their bicep. That's instant respect to that person.
Yeah.
Right? It's because once you see someone jacked, you're like, this guy has discipline.
Yeah.
This guy has consistency. So whatever he's going to talk about to you, whatever product he's going to sell to you, he hasn't even spoken what he's done yet. You're like, mate, whatever you're doing, like,
Must be working.
it must be working.
Yeah.
That's the physical advantages
Yep.
of looking fit, right? There's that instant respect. You just know someone is like, oh shit, this guy's just like, and like I said, the intimidation as well. Like you go in the gym and you see like a jack dude, and like you're there, you know, half his size and wanting to train. You're like, oh man, I might just train in the corner.
Yeah.
But once you feel intimidated by that person, I think you've already lost mentally. You've got to train your mind to be like, all right, I'm here for myself. I'm going to use that bloke as motivation, as fuel.
Yeah.
A lot of guys who see you train and then they're like, oh, not these guys again. You know, I'm just going to train somewhere else. Or like, they don't even train. They go in there and do a few sets and they go.
Yeah.
Because you feel like, if you feel like you're the intimidation or you feel intimidated by a person, you have to train your mind to be like, okay, like I said before, I'm here for myself and it takes years and years of preparation and mind training to just blank out those people and just focus on yourself, right? Because they started from somewhere too.
Exactly.
They started from somewhere too.
And I think it's also crazy how quick you can become friends with people.
Yeah.
Especially those type of people.
Those type of people, yeah.
Like
sometimes you don't talk to them for weeks. You're like, oh man, look at this dickhead.
Yeah.
But like instantly when you say hi and you start that conversation, you're like, hey, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Oh shit, this dude's cool as fuck. Oh, what if he says no? Or like, fucking now I'm gonna look like a dickhead if I try. The worst thing that they can say is no. Or wait for them to finish their set or their workout. Like, of course, bro.
Yeah.
That like, and like the thing is, like, even though you guys, you go in and you're like mentally there, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this. You guys still say hello. You like come up, yeah, what's up, brother?
Of course.
You know, it's that
fist pump at the start. It's like, okay, I'm here, like we're bros, but let us do our business first.
Exactly.
We'll talk later.
Yeah,
it's like that.
Absolutely.
It's just not like I ain't gonna talk to you boys because like you guys are just like, you know, it's that respect. Like, hey, bro, let us do what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
we are like it's like that. Yeah, it's like that kind of thing.
No, I fucking love it, and like being around like Abdul and like your brother.
Yeah,
like you just go in there, you just instantly feel this. You're not even doing anything. You just feel this weight lifted because they make the gym such a cool space.
Yeah. I was squatting this morning with my little brother. I haven't squatted with him because, you know, I live in Perth now. And like I do watch his videos and all that he sends to me. But like training with your little brother, I think is someone that's your sibling, like pushes you way more, especially when you're his little brother, right? Like with him, with his squats this morning, like I think we're going to do back, but a Sunday morning, like he's like, oh, it's going to be a dead gym.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? Like, let's hit legs. Like, and I'm like,
crazy. Normally it's opposite. No, fuck legs.
Yeah. It's Sunday morning, but it's like, you know, with our mindset, especially with his, it's like, nah, let's hit some light legs. Whenever he says like light legs, that means it's going to be like a hard day.
I love watching him squat, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, you become a sponge. Although you're the bigger brother, although you teach him, like, I feel like I've taught him a lot about technique and form-wise, but with like today with squatting, you become a sponge. Little things are just wrapping.
Yeah.
Like that. He's like, you've been wrapping like the wrong way all this time. And we tweaked it a bit. And from that, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have to become a sponge no matter who you are, no matter how many years you've been training, become that sponge. So like,
crazy.
But he was repping like 180s for reps, like squats. And I'm just like,
Bro, it's fucking because our 1 rep max is 170.
Yeah.
So just see him like chucking on full like plates
Yeah.
plus like in some days where he's like you can tell he's locked in. He's like
He's locked in, eh? Yeah.
and he'll just start squatting this fucking weight and you're like, brother, fucking
He always, he always says that you boys must think he's like, like they don't want to talk or like a bit of arrogant. Like I said, like, these boys will understand what we're there for.
Yeah, I think
like,
because we've known you guys for so long and we know how you
people
guys
that just have met you.
Yeah,
they seem to be like, okay, then like these kind of guys that just like going to be really annoying in the gym and they're just going to like take over the whole gym. But it's not like that.
No,
like I said, you guys are the OGs.
Back
when the old gym, so we all know each other. So like, you just learn to use people as fuel. If you don't like someone, right? If you don't like someone, use them as fuel.
Yeah.
Like use them as like, I'm gonna push this because I don't really like that guy. Use that as well. You know, like find that dark place for you to sort of really, really push yourself.
Yeah. Just lock in.
Just lock in.
Yeah. So. It's crazy because I was saying this a couple of weeks ago where I was just having one of those shit days, and I went in there and I was in my own head. I like dapped up Abdul and Cameron. Like I wasn't really jokey or anything. I just dapped up. Yeah, it was I like went in. The only person that came up to me was Abdul, and he's like, "My brother, are you alright?" I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, you're not like fucking chipping me out, or you're not like fucking joking around." I was like, "No, I'm good, man. Just fucking shit day." And he's like, "I got you, kill it, brother."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's my fucking boy right there." Like, you know what I mean? And that's like that type of stuff. You go. Sick, and then you just go back and keep doing your shit.
Yeah,
it's
and
fucking
because
wicked.
You see them every single day. You ask how they are every day. Although some people won't tell you how they are, but it's like your own little men's hub.
Yeah. Oh,
do you know?
That's perfect.
The gym's like a men's hub.
Yeah.
But you're doing the most sickest stuff in there.
Yeah.
Better than being at the bar. This is your freaking own bar where you're lifting bar, you're chucking bar on your back, right?
Yeah.
The shit that brings you down outside of life, like the squat, I think is a perfect form of like the things that are bringing you down, you push it up. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why it's like the king, or to me anyway, I think the king of the compound workouts, the movements is a squat, because it's like, some people think it's a deadlift.
Yeah. Because
your whole body is like sort of engaged in that lift. But like the squat, I think it's a foundation of, it builds testosterone.
Yeah. When we were hard into our squats and our max got up to 170, I was loving squats. It's the build up to squats that people don't let their body get used to, that like those big weights. When you start getting up there, you're like, fuck, I feel good. Yeah. Everything's tight, your form's good, and then you fucking record it like you were saying before, and you check your form, tweak it, and the amount of times that I've gone up to your brother just for, hey man, like, can you just quickly watch me? I just want to make sure shit is good. And he goes, if you can control the weight down in good form,
you can push it up.
And I'm like, shit. Oh shit.
Just little things like that.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm like, I watch him so, especially with squats, I watch him so much because his form is near on perfect, right?
It's spot on, and it's self-taught.
Yeah.
There's no coach, it's just self-taught.
Which is crazy because like if you see me squat now, you'll see a lot of things that I've taken from him, like the belt underneath the shirt.
It just looks more gangster.
Yeah, you don't want to fucking belt over the top.
Yeah.
And then like one of the things that he does, and I'm sure he'll be watching this.
He'll watch it, don't worry.
He'll, right before he's about to squat, he'll lock his arms in.
Yeah.
And he'll like just slightly drop down and then
drop down,
like control it all the way.
Yeah.
And then come back up again. It's like such a smooth transition between the two.
Yeah, it's like poultry in motion. Like to learn that by yourself without being coached, just from experimenting technique, experimenting your body. Like after years and years of like people that just see you squat like that, especially that weight, they think like, that's a hell of a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But that's years of consistency.
Yeah.
Thousands of reps. It didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's like blood, sweat, and bloody tears, mate. Like,
thousands of reps is crazy. Just imagine
like,
the fucking how many numbers of squats you would have done over the years.
So like when it comes to leg days, I'm like, hands down, like I would train with my little brother any day.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said before, testosterone levels, like it's the best way. If you start training and someone asks you advice and like, I know what kind of training should I start first? Go with strength training.
Yeah,
Or like power
which is
building.
what we
You know,
did for a
power
while,
building?
yeah.
So you focus, say if it's a leg day, squat first, then do the other
Yeah.
accessory stuff.
Yeah.
Like the squat, the deadlift and the bench, I think that's foundation. That's a foundation of getting big, getting strong, especially getting strong mentally, mate. Like
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's fuck, so many like really good analogies.
Yeah,
It's
Mate,
like, yeah,
It's all like, if that's why I really wanted my brother to be here, it's all we talk about, but we don't talk about, you know, our progression. It's really about like I said, the analogies like of it. Like you can talk so much of it because you're so obsessed with it.
yeah,
I love doing squats now because I hated it.
yeah,
So I channeled my mind to be like, I'm gonna start doing legs until I become obsessed with it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
obsessed with form.
yeah, great.
Yeah, so like set a goal. Like next year, I'm gonna just be like obsessed with legs. I hated squats, but now if I could train legs every day, it's a big muscle, so it needs recovery, right?
Yeah,
If I could train legs every day, I would train legs every day. It's like that.
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy because
Yeah.
you become obsessed with just being that having that mamba mentality
Yeah, yeah.
of it. Like you just want to you want it so badly.
Yeah,
You know, so you use people as like your to push yourself. Like I said, my little brother, I use him a lot to, you know, correct my form and just to push me.
yeah,
Yeah, and not just not just in the gym, but
yeah.
in life, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like your family. It's so important.
Oh, it definitely is. So there's, fuck, I don't know if we're gonna beat that. But that was fucking wicked. So there's a few questions that I want to ask you.
Yeah, no worries.
One of them is, can you share a pivotal moment in your mental health journey that made you realize something needed to change?
Yeah, something needed to change was, I think, selfishness
Yep.
with myself, where I was selfish with my own needs and I neglected the things that were important.
Yep.
You know, which is why we talk about the benefits of, you know, the benefits of training your body and all that for mental health. And I think, I think with myself in focusing on what's more important, but to focus on what's more important, which is, you know, your family, your kids and all that, you really have to start on yourself. Start deep down on yourself first, because you can't help someone else until you help yourself first.
Yeah. It's like Regan said this to me the other day. It's a lot of people will look at you for advice and come to you for advice because you've done it, right? So I lead by example when it comes to, we'll like go back to the gym because they see you where you've come.
Yeah.
You've done all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they go, oh, he's already done this.
It's the walk the walk and just not the talk the talk.
Yeah.
Leading by your actions.
Yeah.
So I failed a lot in becoming that leader for my family, where I did a lot of stupid shit in my life. From there, the only way to move forward is just by going up.
Yep.
So I went back in correcting myself, you know, trying to become more religiously, more, you know, improving myself with my faith also. By improving with your faith, you focus more on becoming more humble
Yep.
with yourself.
Yep.
Because, you know, you are not a perfect person. You are not the perfect dad.
Yep.
But the more you know that you're not the perfect dad, you're not the perfect husband, that's when you become a better
Yep.
husband and a better dad, right?
Yeah.
Because you know your lacks, you know your attributes, that like all these attributes that you've done before, and it's like all the wrong things that you've done, you just sort of progress from there.
Yep.
So that's the thing that I realized with myself, like a pivotal moment, is realizing that there's so much things that I can improve in becoming a better father. You know, I wish that I can go back and to become like, a better husband as well, is because I was really just selfish. Yep. And like I said, like we're talking about now, the physical training really helped. No matter what I went through, every day, no matter even if I didn't eat throughout the day, I'll still just go in there. It's because it's a therapy for my head.
Oh, it definitely is.
It's a therapy. It's hard to explain therapy. Like the people say the gym is a therapy. It's hard to explain until you actually do it.
I mean, we know exactly. When someone if I don't know like someone and I hear like someone talking off in the background, they go, "Yo, gym's my therapy." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. Fucking know it is." But then like someone just normal walking past will go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's the stigma and the stereotypes of like people that don't do it and they hear it like, gym is a lifestyle, training your body will change your life and all that. They're just like, whatever. It's just a lame stuff, right? But you really have to you really just have to do it. Get up and do it.
Definitely, yeah. You just got to push yourself. And then once you've pushed yourself for a certain amount of time, it just becomes a habit. And you can't go without it.
Yes.
And you go, damn, I haven't gone to the gym today, but I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
Rest days.
Yeah, rest days are hard.
Rest days are hard. So you have to occupy yourself in doing something else. We were just talking to this with my brother. Like, he has days where, like, he doesn't want to rest.
Yeah.
But, like, his missus wants him to rest.
Yeah.
Like, when are you going to rest? So, like, they do something. They go out and eat or just do something because if they're at home, he just chucks on YouTube and just start watching the gym stuff. And he just ends up going to the gym again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you just
gym.
really occupy yourself for the recovery days. It's really important, recovery days.
Yeah, I think recovery days are definitely as important as actually training, but that's a mental struggle to force yourself to stay home.
Yeah. And as we mature now, back in the day when I first started, mate, it was 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Just deadlifts every second day.
Yeah.
Just numbers. Like, just slamming the...
Numbers are a big thing,
Numbers were a big thing back then. But now as you mature, you become smarter, right?
Yeah.
You train smarter. You train smarter, not harder. You've heard that before.
Yeah.
And now I understand that because back in the day, mate, we used to like some days we used to deadlift in the morning and go back at night and deadlift again.
Fuck.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Because you just I think we're just chasing that 180.
Yeah.
180 is like, if you can deadlift 180, it's like, okay, that's like so hard to get to.
Yeah.
It's like the 100 on bench, right? It takes ages to get 100 bench. But once you hit the 100 bench, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, mate, it'll be easy. Like that. Yeah, because you got the technique, right?
140, that's good.
Yeah, it was for you, not for me. I'm still fucking at 120.
Oh, mate, just,
But I think with a lot of mine is that I've been feeling like a lot of shoulder pain.
Yeah.
One, because of work.
Yeah.
And two, I'm always trying
because your work is already physical all day, right?
Yeah. I'm using a lot of shoulders when it comes to my job. So doing that and then going to the gym, it's like as soon as like I can do 5 to 6 of 100, and then I'll go to 110, and I'm like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like I know I can do the weight.
You can do it in your mind. You can do it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like one of those things where like I hit 120 once, and it was like I must have been
at the new gym now.
At the new gym,
Yeah.
I must have been eating good that day. I didn't really do much physical exercise. Like everything just lined up.
Everything lined up.
And you were there because I was like, I did like 100 and then I did 110 for like 2 or 3. And I was like, I've never done that before.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's try 115. Done 115.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that felt too good. I was like, do I do 120? He's like, ride the wave, man. Do it.
Yeah. Those are the best days. Meals are in.
Yeah.
You're like just locked in and like the workout feels good. Some days you feel shit going to the gym.
Yeah.
But you have the best workouts.
Oh.
And some days you're chasing for a PR, and once you get there, you're like, no, you're not feeling it.
Yeah.
So it's just like the things you can't control. It's your body, right? Like, and the days you don't really feel it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Not chasing. I used to think I used to chase PRs every week.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Like now you just, because I'm 40 years old, ever since I turned 40, everything is like cracking. Like I can, like that, when I do that, it cracks. and it just clicks. Everything starts to click. But I feel like, the only way for me to just maintain the body that I have now is just keep on doing what I'm doing now. Age is just a number.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't expect you to be 40.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's 84. So I feel very old at the moment. Ever since I turned 40, I feel like a lot of things, my body's sort of like deteriorating, like sort of plateaued.
Yeah.
But like plateau is just a mindset, mate.
Yeah,
if you say that to yourself, you're going to plateau.
Yeah.
So now you do whatever it takes to sort of push yourself to like be on your limits, whether it's like changing gyms. Sometimes it's the gym environment.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now I train by myself. I'm, living in Perth.
Yeah, fuck you.
Whereas here in Gero, all the boys were there.
Yeah.
You got your little brother and all the other family and friends just pushing you. But now you're just a lone ranger. You're like the underdog in the gym. Yeah, no one knows you.
Yeah.
But you just go in there and just attack it. No one's like, when they see you stack 140 on the bench, you're like, can I spot you?
Yeah.
I'm just like, what's that?
What's the spot? Nah, I'm good, brother.
It's good becoming the underdog in the gym because no one knows you and you just go in there and just you just battle it out.
That's crazy. Maybe I should go down to Perth and just try and be
sometimes you need that.
I'll just chuck 110 on and fail and be like, we're after. We just had a little break because the battery died, but that's all right. Well, we'll just go on to...
Yeah, let's go on to the next question.
All right. Do you have any questions?
The one that I think I was about.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. What advice would you give to someone currently struggling with their mental health and looking for ways to navigate their journey? I think a lot of what we've have gone over,
what we just talked about, just find something and occupy your mind.
Yep.
And the best way is what we've been talking about.
Yep. Yeah, literally like the gym or some anything, kind of activity.
Any sport. Get yourself involved out there to become physical activity, whether it's footy, basketball.
Yeah.
Anything.
I think especially if you've always wanted to try something, just do it. And that's why I think it's not why, it's the reason why it's called Intersect is because you're making that change in your life where you're pushing yourself past those boundaries of your own mental capabilities and you're doing something.
Oh, okay, wow.
Right.
Didn't know that. Intersect.
So that's
the meaning of that.
Mate,
that's
so
that's sick.
Yeah, so the reason why it's called Intersect is because, and I've done it and I'm sure you guys have done it, is changing the direction of your life where it can either be a good outcome, it can be a bad outcome, you can come back and then you can go a different way, try something else new. Like me, like we were saying in the last episode, me quitting my retail job and going into an apprenticeship at 25, crazy. That was fucking crazy for me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't deal with being in retail because it was mentally draining me.
Draining, yeah.
Right? Same as this episode with you coming on, you and your brother. It's like last night I was laying in bed. I'm fucking shit scared, man. I'm nervous as fuck, and I'm like, nah, man, just message him and say the camera's broken and everything's broken, the house is burnt down.
Yeah.
But...
Well, can I ask why though?
Why I was nervous?
Yeah, why were you feeling like that last night?
I think because... Yeah, like you guys are the big boys that we look up to. But I think not only that, it's our first proper guest.
Yes.
Of like Gaz is one that's coming out tomorrow. Gaz is a really good mate of mine, and he's been through a lot of mental struggle. I think you actually like that episode because he's gone through some shit.
Yeah.
And he has the same outlook on you. He's a very big gym person, and he knows that it helps. But I think because it was like someone that's not a close friend, but someone that we look up to so much, it's like almost like nostalgia.
Yeah, the sort of anxiousness is sort of there, right?
Yeah.
But like I was talking about intimidation before, you may have felt like that because we've only known each other in the gym.
Yeah.
Right? And you guys know us by that. But you have to train your mind in not letting people become... letting yourself be weak.
Yeah.
Once you feel that way, you're weak-minded. Sorry to say.
Oh no, it is one. Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
not in a bad way.
Yeah,
but don't let a human being feel that intimidated by feeling like the way you did last night.
Yeah.
Right. try to train your mind in using that as motivation, as fuel, and like, you know, and having intentions of building this channel and helping men out there and their well-being.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I do feel like, you know, I feel really, I feel really like in some ways I feel like, you know, you guys shouldn't be feeling that way, because where I've come from and the way, like, you know, what I am now, it's, you know, it's only yourself can understand the journey of where you are now, right? So just think of it sort of that way. So, but, you know, of you being, you know, really anxious and
well, that was like
this podcast, then
it was. I mean, it was almost the same feeling as like, I'm not qualified to start this podcast and do the things that we're doing now. You know, I have a lot of self-doubt, 100% have a lot of self-doubt.
Of course, everyone has self-doubt.
Yeah, a lot of people does. But it was like, as soon as that thought popped into my head, that's where I use that as fuel, and I go, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fucking right. I'm not nervous. Well, I was still nervous, but it's like, I'm pushing myself to do this. Like, I'm not allowing myself to fail and provide something for these guys, because this isn't for me.
This is for everyone
This
out
is
there
for
listening.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
And like what Gaz said on the last episode, it's such a good analogy. It's someone, or every man or woman needs to have a garden where they take care of it, where people can walk past and they can look at it, but it's not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is what this is. It's something where hopefully in the future where people can unpack their bag and open up and talk about the things that are making them like struggle, and we can talk about them. Not as professionals, because we're not professionals, but just as two blokes or three blokes or like, you know, whoever, just fucking talking
like
shit.
There will be people out there saying, oh, what are these guys doing, starting their own podcast? There will be people like that criticizing. But those, like I said, those are the weak-minded people, because we are here to help people, right?
Yeah.
And it's, like I said before, it's the main reasons why I wanted to go on this podcast. For your friends out there, for your family, and for the people that are battling mental health and can't find ways, what you guys are doing is probably one of the best ways to do it. Just talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Just talk about it.
And it's like you see the whole like, are you okay day?
Yeah.
Or like, it's not weak to speak. Do you know how many more old boys there are out there just going, this day is fucking bullshit, means nothing. If you try and open up to someone, they're just going to call you stupid, or, you know, and it's like, well, maybe surround yourself with people where you can talk about it.
Yeah.
Or see a professional.
Yeah. I've worked in the youth coaching sort of industry for quite a few years now, and then now working with young Indigenous men.
I was actually going to ask what you do for work. Yeah.
So I used to work for employment service agency, so working with young people.
Yeah.
So like from 15-year-olds to 24-year-olds, just trying to get them off their asses to be working, to be studying. Just the ones that finish school early, the early school leavers, we try to get them into work or get them to study.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while, and now I work for the Contar Foundation.
Yep.
So with young Indigenous men, our mission statement with Contar is basically just to teach them life skills.
Yep.
You know, life skills are a really important thing for them boys to have. So when they leave school, they have a job and they have a future to go to. So a youth coaching and mentoring background. So it's why I'm so passionate in helping young men, old men, the men that's been in the same situation as yourself, as everyone and all of us here, and just to help people. That's what sort of motivates me to come on here and just say my words, really. Yeah.
It's honestly fucking been absolutely amazing to have you on, because I think a lot of people are gonna
and to like get more people to watch your channel as well. Because I know that we'll get you guys will get a lot of whole audience now. Because I really want to help you guys to become, you know, to let your words be heard as well.
Yeah.
And to get more people to just, you know, be more aware of the mental health issues that men face out there. Yeah.
I think what we're doing as well is, because we're adding comedy into such a dark like area.
It's good though. You need that.
It allows people to go, oh, like, you know, like maybe what I'm thinking isn't actually so bad after all. And I can write in my story, or I can like send in my thoughts, or like do this, do that. And like the main thing and the reason why I want to have guests on to tell their story is if someone out there is watching and they're going through something similar, because not everyone's going to go through exactly the same situation. It's going to be slightly different. If someone is like out there is watching and you can say, oh, I did this, that helped me with this, and like they can listen in and go, oh shit, I've never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Let's give this a go.
Yeah.
You know? So
we can talk here for hours and hours, and people that watch can get nothing out of it, but it can be one paragraph or one sentence that we say, just one. That's all it takes for them to like click and be like, I'm going to do it.
Well, it was the same when, I don't know if you watched, I think it was the first episode where I was talking about my mental health before me and Michaela got married.
Yeah.
I had this stupid dream, right? It was of me going behind Michaela. And I gave her a hug and she was wearing those earphones, those like iPhone like corded ones. And then within like a split second, my hands got caught and then I had to like break her neck. It was a wild dream. But from that dream for 4 to 5 months ruined me mentally, because it was not a, I'm going to do this. It's a, what if this comes true?
Yeah.
Holy shit, what if so it was freaking. And then we also had our first kid, like Macy as well. And I was like, what if I do something, you know? And then it was, I read this thing on Facebook and it was one sentence, and it was, you're in control of your body and you're in control of your mind.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I read.
Yeah.
And
that's so powerful though.
And I said, if I tell myself that every single time these shit thoughts come into my head, it's gonna, like, something's like gonna come true if I just keep doing it. I did it for months, and then eventually and I still do it to this day. Like, if I start to doubt myself, or if I start to, like, you know, think about something shit, I'll go, I'm in control, and it just reverts back to that.
Yeah.
And I snap out of it. And that's why I spoke, like, I had a massive conversation with Regan when he was, after his accident, he was going through some dark shit.
Yeah.
And we literally stood out the front of the gym for 3 hours just talking.
Yeah, okay.
And he said, what we just had, way better than therapy. Because he said, it's something that, like, you've gone through something similar and you're not just reading off a script. It's genuine.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy what one sentence can do when you believe in it.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's a lot of ones in this episode for sure.
Well, hopefully that's what we're here for. I
mean,
like,
if it's one person that we help,
that's all it takes, mate, because that person will change themselves and then it will become like a snowball effect.
Yep.
So, you know, talking about therapy, like, you know, therapy, like you said, some people, therapy, go visiting a therapy, like talking one-on-one may not work. A lot of them don't work. So I've sort of been there before.
Yeah.
And therapy this way, therapy under the bar, in the gym, probably the best form of therapy.
Definitely.
The best form, because it involves your mind, you know, your body, everything is involved in it. And like you are in control of it.
Yep.
You know, you fail, you try again the next day, you become so resilient within yourself and you just become the best version of yourself.
It's like, you know, when you're at the gym, you blank out those thoughts because you got to focus on what
it's like you numb all those things outside for that hour.
Yeah.
And it feels so good.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
It's such an addiction, right? It's such an addiction.
Yeah, it is. That goes back to, yeah, the drug, the gym is definitely a drug.
A good drug. It's a good drug.
Definitely a good drug.
It's the best drug, because, like, you know, you're there just, you know, pumping out those weights and just numbing everything that all your issues just putting away. And for that hour, you're just focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling, right?
I think your brother was the one that said to me that the gym is such a selfish place.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, it's true.
It is true.
Because
it's not because you're selfish.
It's because you're trying to work on yourself.
You're working on yourself.
Yeah. So, and I think...
I'm glad you understand that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think a lot of people can take that in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because when someone doesn't explain it, they go, why the fuck would it be a selfish place? Yeah, you're fighting yourself to get in there and do it. When a lot of people will go, nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, which is still selfish, but it's selfish in a bad way.
Yeah. You become really, people think you're this egotistical person, but ego can be placed in the right place. You can use that ego inside the gym to become stronger, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're ego-ish outside of the gym.
Yeah.
Like mental strength, why I feel good around, especially the ones that are around the people who are my age, who I grew up with, at 40 years old, I reckon, is when you start to notice the ones that have taken care of themselves and the ones that haven't.
Yeah.
At 40, I reckon.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have guessed you were 40. I would say you'd probably like early 30s.
Yeah. So when me and my brother was talking about this, like feeling alpha around the people you grew up with, as in like you feel so dominant around them, and you know it's because of you feeling that way. It's because all those years and years you've been resilient to yourself and consistency, right? So you feel strong on the inside.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where you are, you feel strong.
Yeah.
You walk around with your family in town. You walk around the pub with your mates. You feel like no one can F around with you.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel that way too? Like it makes you feel strong in that way.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the things that you can take out of the physical training as well, like the mental strength of just like no one can mess around with you.
Yeah,
it's like that.
It's 100% true. And a little story. I don't know if I actually told you, but I was driving home from the gym a few days ago. I came around the corner and there's this drunk dude on the road, like stop. And I pulled up. I'm like, yo, are you good, man? And he's like, oh, can I borrow your phone? And I was like, no, like not really. Like, and he goes, oh, well, can you drop me off here? And I go, what's wrong with the car? Like the car's right there.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, I've run out of fuel. And obviously because I live just around the corner, I was like, oh, well, just give me 2 seconds. I'll go back to the thing and I'll grab the jerry can and I'll like come back. And he's like, no, the last like 5 or 6 people said that. Like to me, it's because they obviously don't feel comfortable with this dude doing it.
Yeah.
Me.
And that's right for them to feel that way, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And I feel like I turned that corner at the right time because I was like, yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'll run here. I had a full jerry can of fuel. What's that going to cost me? $10. I came home. I grabbed the jerry can and he's sitting in his car just blasting some music. And I like pull up behind him and he notices me and he goes, and he's like in awe.
That you actually came back.
Yeah. And he's like, no, you didn't. I was like, yeah, I've got the. He's like, why? And I was like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Like, you've done nothing to me. Like, you come off a bit scary, but that's because you're drunk. And yeah.
What time was it again?
10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
At night.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like, I just like pulled up behind him. I pulled out the jerry can and he come up and he like dapped me up and he like put his arms on my shoulder. He's like, fucking Jesus. And I was like, oh, all good, man. Like, don't make it weird, but
yeah.
And he's just like, fucking, like, why would you come back? And I'm like, man, I'm trying to start a business or like a brand about mental health, and it would be wrong of me in my own head
to not help him, right?
To not go help.
Yeah.
So I went back, I filled up his car, and he like dapped me up, and he's like, you're protected for life, man. I was like,
there you go, mate.
Cheers, my brother. Like, it's all good. And he's like, oh, can you add me on Facebook and this and that? And I was like, yeah, it's cool.
It's the simple things in life, right? It's a simple kindness of people. And from that, he can change.
Exactly. Like, I wasn't pushing any, you need to do better. I was none of that. It was, of course I'll come back, man. Why the fuck wouldn't I?
A small gesture of kindness can change a person. It's such powerful.
And I've always lived off it costs nothing to be nice. Right? It's like if I went out and like, and I always do it if there's some person that can't pay for their fuel, brother, don't worry about it. I got you. You know, it's like, obviously that's costing me like money, but that dude's like gonna walk away and be like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what? He'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Exactly.
And he'll share it with his family, share it to his kids.
Yeah.
Big impact, mate.
Yep.
Big impact.
And it's just been, it's such a, And that's why it comes down to, and I think we've had a lot of people feel so comfortable around us is because we give that sense of security where they can call us up and cry. Because in the future, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, you cried on the phone to me that time. Remember you know? So it's being nice costs absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that's why I just go around and, I mean, I don't go out like willingly, but, you know, if I'm behind someone where they can't pay for their groceries, or if there's a kid that, you know, is trying to buy a drink, or they got like not enough money, of course, man, here you go.
Yeah.
It costs it's like money is just a thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you can help like people, you know, do whatever, or even not even about money, it's like just about the gesture of being nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Costs nothing.
And that's the meaning of Intersect, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just being there for someone if they need it, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn. You got anything adgy-wadgy? A little bit quiet over there, mate?
Just listening. No, it's a lot of wisdom here.
Yeah, there is a lot of wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's more just experience, you know, you sharing your experience. Like I said, you really have to live through those moments to explain it.
Yeah.
Because it's a heart-to-heart thing. If someone speaks from their head, you can't feel it. If it's a heart to one heart, that's when you can really take it in.
Yeah, definitely.
So I got that from people who sort of give me advice on life, you know, on a lot of aspects in life. It's because they've pushed themselves through them moments where, you know, they've done it for themselves.
Yep.
And if they share it with you and you really take it in, it means that, like, you know, whatever they've done is really, really from them.
Yeah.
From deep inside them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell if someone's speaking from experience or just from their head.
Yeah. You can say, yeah, I understand. Hey, I understand what you're going through, mate, but you really have to live through his shoes to really understand it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said this every episode now, but Dad told me something that I've never heard Dad say probably about a month ago, because Dad's gone through some really big mental struggles at the moment. And I'm trying to get Dad to come to the gym or like do some activity or do something. But he's so far down where anything that you say doesn't mean anything because you haven't been through it.
Yeah.
And he said, you can't tell someone to try and do something when you haven't experienced or been through that thing, which is 100% fair.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, now he's good. I like call up Dad now and he's like, yo, what's going on? Just chip me out and call me a dickhead or whatever. And I'm like, it's good to finally hear him be that cheerful, not call him up and he go, yep. You know, you can hear such a big difference in it.
Yeah, you can.
And now it's because he's working. He's actually going for walks, which is crazy to me. Didn't think he was going to do it. But yeah, every morning he's going for walks. He's just doing small things. It's just been adding up over time, and you can just see it.
You start from the small things.
Yep.
And just, you know, some baby steps.
Yep.
As they say.
Yeah, don't jump straight into
it.
Because that's probably one way you're going to give up.
Yeah.
Because you go, this is too hard. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that might be everything, my man. Unless you got everything, like anything else to say.
No, like, you know, the conversation will just keep going if you just ask.
Oh, bro, I
can talk all day and all night, mate. If I wanted to. But maybe we can save that for like other episodes.
And another one, I think. Do you have anything, Edgy?
That's really.
Yeah.
I think my question was just, was there a point in your life where you sort of had to rediscover yourself? I think one of those questions.
I think the first one was similar.
Yeah, like the pivot and
Yeah. I think that's everything, man.
Yeah. But like what you guys are doing, like, just keep at it.
It's gonna take time.
Like, you know, there will be times where, you know, right now the industry, you know, a lot of industries now, especially the fitness industry, like, you know, doing a lot of podcasts, not just the fitness industry, like a lot of people doing podcasts now, because it's a fast way to sort of, you know, it's a really good way to sort of get the word out there and just and help people.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just by talking through it, as I said before.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think anyone here locally has started something similar to this, or yes?
They haven't.
Like doing a podcast and talking
about.
I
don't think so. I know that there's a pretty decent podcast in Perth.
Okay.
But they don't really talk about
Yeah.
mental health. It's
Yeah.
more
But in
like
Geraldton, not really, eh?
nah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in Geraldton has
Yeah.
started a podcast.
So like, you know, you guys getting the idea of doing it, like, mate, it's a really good cause.
Well, I think it's because me and Adam have such a big, strong understanding of what the gym can do and what mental health is. And we're also, you know, but we try and be pretty funny and just, you know, do shit to
Yeah,
make
I've been at the
people
gym
laugh.
sometimes when you guys are recording all your your
I mean,
scenes and all that.
The time that he went
Oh,
into
bring
the
it back.
gym.
You guys still doing that now?
No, well, so we were doing that for the clothing side.
Oh, okay.
So we've got like these pants are the shorts, and then I was wearing one of the shirts before.
Yeah, okay.
That's so the Intersect, I think it's fitness, is for the clothing side, and that's when we were just playing around with content, just seeing what we could do.
Yeah.
And then I think we were really struggling with like, how do we make content that's short, that'll be seen about mental health, but also funny,
Yeah.
which is a struggle.
And
Yeah.
the original Wiki videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Copying your own.
Yeah, you see a lot of, you watch reels and stuff, and it's sort of the same thing that people just do.
Yeah.
The same script, the same content. So it's got to be like, yeah, like you said, original.
And one video blows out, and then everyone
Yeah,
else
that's
on
all
the
it
bottom-
takes.
the bottom feed is like, oh, cool.
Yeah, let's just do that.
It's all it takes. One video of you guys doing something, you become viral, and that's it. You can just like blow up.
So that's I've pretty much given like myself or this like 10 years, and if by 10 years I haven't done something, change something.
Yeah, change it.
Well, I mean 10 years is fucking long time
Yeah.
to change something, but like my thought pattern is like, I'm not obsessed with the views. I'm not obsessed with, you know, numbers. I'm obsessed with the content that we put out, and
become obsessed with the consistency as
Yeah.
well. Whether you get followers or not, whether people are watching, just keep at it.
yeah, which is
keep at
why I'm also like, we were just talking before about because Adam lives in Perth. I don't want the distance to be a breaking point of this. So if we can find a way to do the same thing, but on like a video call, or I mean, not Skype. I don't know what other programs are. I'll have to do some, but to like, you know, do the same thing just over the internet.
Yeah, but I really respect what you guys are doing. You know, like I said, a lot of people will think like, you know, because it's a really hard, you know, when someone sees someone trying to become successful or trying to work their way to become someone who's influent as well, it can be something that's like, you know, to some people it can be like really cringy. It's like, oh, they're not going to make it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not going to help people. But like to bring people down, like my mindset is bring them up, help them out,
Oh, 100%.
support them.
Yeah.
You know, jump on and just like say your words as well to help them as well.
Yeah.
Because we're here to help other people.
Yeah.
So like, no, respect to you guys. It's,
Completely different mindset for nowadays society. It's, if anyone does anything, it's just hate.
Well, that's tall poppy syndrome,
Social media,
yeah.
which is like, you know, if you try and do something out of the ordinary, like someone's just going to be like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? Ew, you're not going to make it anyway.
And the people that are successful because they've gone against the grain, they do something different, and look where they are now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I have a very, very strong feeling in this, because I don't think you've really seen anyone do something like this. Like, you know, people start podcasts but they're talking about like whatever they talk about, but not many people will have like a bit of comedy, a bit of mental health, and other people's stories.
Yeah.
In not that I know of anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely, I think, original content. Definitely the name is original. Yeah. Yeah. But
Well, if it wasn't original, I'm pretty sure someone out there would already approach you guys and say like you've stolen our name or whatever. But
well, I've looked on, you know,
Instagram and stuff.
yeah,
yeah, there isn't any other.
no,
Yeah, you sort of can just type it in,
And it'll be like, tick, yeah, this is available, or nope, someone's got this.
Yeah.
But there is a podcast called Intersect. It's called Intersect Podcast or Intersect something, but it's a massive Christian podcast.
Yeah, okay.
So it's nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Because when I was all the links in the link tree, I linked like all of them, but the YouTube one put their YouTube in the link.
Yeah.
So then after the first episode got dropped, everyone was like, yo, where can I find your episode? I was like, it's in the links, man. Like, just press it. Like, that just sends me to some Christian YouTube channel. And I'm like, damn. But it was like 3 numbers that I was missing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's really the only thing that's close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is weird, but yeah, I think that finishes up the episode, man.
No, it's a pleasure to be on this podcast.
Thanks heaps for coming on, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I was when I first saw it and I said, it was sort of a joke. I said, where's my invite? It was sort of a joke, but then I thought about it and be like, nah, hang on a minute. Like, can't really be joking around about helping, people with their mental health. So I'm gonna actually go on here.
Well, I mean, I was gonna like ask like all the boys. Once people see that other people are doing it and it's not so cringy and it's not so weird or like, oh, this is kind of cool, then they'll go, yo, can I come on the podcast? Or and I think if we do it over the internet, it also opens up a little bit more, because then you can add people in on the call and then you can, have a conversation like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking, like, when I first wanted to jump on, I'm thinking the long-term results and progression for you guys.
Yeah.
You just want to get more and more people involved in talking about this. It's just not really about pushing the weights around the gym. It's not really about that, but it's the mental strength. And it's us strong men, well, we try to be strong men, that, helps the community and helps everyone else around, become better people around the community. And that's what we're after, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
just to support each other.
And if we can build a community where everyone helps everyone, that's a long-term goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just be wicked.
Yeah.
And if we can have fun doing it, like building memories and doing stupid shit and games to make people laugh, that's where it's at.
Then just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be you guys.
Yeah, there's no
original.
I don't want to fake some kind of like persona and be, blah blah blah. You just need to be us. I think which is why I love us doing it, because us together is just stupid and fucking hilarious,
Yeah. Well, one day we'll get more people on this.
Oh, definitely, man.
We'll invite the other boys in the crew.
Yeah.
Just have a yarn.
Oh, just imagine having like a massive studio with all the boys.
Yeah, just yarning and just sharing. And people have different perspective of things.
Yeah.
And the things that we haven't talked about today, even though the person that's going to be coming and talking about, you probably don't want to talk much, but from their simple words, that we can just start a conversation around it.
Yeah,
it's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
It's such a big topic to talk about. Like I said, we could talk about this all night if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm like honestly exactly the same. I have such a big passion for like pretty much everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's I just can't. I think the thing that I struggle with the most is I can't see where it's going to go.
Yeah.
So normally with the projects that I have, like,
just let it go. Let it take its own path.
That's
let it take its own path.
Yeah, I'm trying to just not think about the big picture of where it can go. I'm just flowing with it.
Yeah.
But like normally in my head, I can normally, like if I'm building a computer or like servicing a car, I can see the end picture and I can go, oh yeah, this is what's going to happen. Blah, blah, blah.
With this, you can't really see it. Hey,
I can't see anything.
That's the exciting part,
But I know it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
That's I know what we're doing is much bigger than us. I just can't see that, which is cool because it can be anything. Yeah. It's super, super exciting.
It is exciting, hey. It's exciting for you guys
as
well.
I can't wait to get all the boys on and get like different stories and different viewpoints.
Because everyone has their own journeys.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Everyone has their own stories.
Which is cool.
It's hard to judge someone in the gym, right? You don't really know who they are. sometimes you meet like doctors and dentists, like you see them
I was
every, you see
speaking
them
about
every
this the
day, and
other
you're
day.
like, who's this guy? But really, when you talk to them, you're like, oh man, he's like a doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
like that, or a CEO or manager or someone.
I've met my accountant that runs all my books.
Yeah.
Through the gym.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, and then you've got like you meet people and you don't think about what they do for a job.
Yeah.
But then you see you end up finding out what they do for a job, and you're like, the hell? I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a wig out.
It is.
But it's cool. It's cool to see everyone from different like areas and backgrounds coming into the one area.
One area, yeah.
And just doing their thing.
That's right. It's such a personal thing, the gym.
Yeah.
So personal.
Yeah.
We don't know what that person is going through.
Yeah.
Some people come in and just sit there on their phone, just looking depressed, right? And we think, come on, pick up that dumbbell and just lift weight. But we don't know what they're going through.
Yeah, exactly.
For them to actually wake up, get dressed, and be there, that's already their like accomplishment of the day.
That's their one little tick box.
That's their tick. Even if they don't work out, even if they're on the treadmill for like 5 minutes, let them be. That if they feel good about it, then that's their journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So that's why I always say it's such a personal thing.
Yeah. Well, and it's 100% true.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we can show people and let them experience it for themselves.
Yeah.
And then that way we can have a much better community time.
Much better and stronger community.
Yeah. But thanks, my man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
This has been wicked, eh? I can't wait to edit it. And I don't know when this one's going to be dropped.
Just let me know. And then
do you want to drop your socials?
go for it.
Yeah. Just chuck your socials in there and then
Yeah,
go
so
follow.
Yeah, Mo_Sin SINN.
Yep.
I haven't really posted anything as to this day, but I will soon. Sometimes you're not really in that moment to be sort of, posting, but
Would you be open, like if someone was to follow you and message you, are you open to
go for it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Perfect. Well, there you go.
We're here to help each other, so don't feel afraid, nervous to sort of, just message me, and then I will try my hardest to respond. And
the best thing you can do is shoot the shot, you know what I mean? Like ask that question. I know you fucking I've been trying so hard. And if you guys want to follow all the social medias, Intersect Podcast on Facebook, not Facebook, there's no Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, and send in your stories. Either DM us on any form of social media or send it to intersect.pod24@hotmail.com. So, awesome. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming on.
I was just like listening, just taking all of it in.
Bro, I didn't really want to talk that much. I just wanted to listen.
I was just talking myself.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just listening.
Yeah. Sometimes you have a lot more to say, but you're just trying to stick with the topic that we're talking to. You don't want to sort of go stray and then talk about other stuff. But like I said, like if I'm around, if you guys want me to jump on again, I'll jump on again. I'll bring everyone along.
I definitely think I think one thing that I want to do is I want to, like, once we have a bigger community, get all the guests that I had on when we were smaller, like back on. To then re-talk about the things that have happened since then and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be exciting to get it all done.
Yep.
Thanks, man. All right.
No worries.
Let's finish it up. See you later.
Hope you guys enjoyed that episode.
Oh, Anthony's jumping on. Yo.
That was a lot of fun.
That was cool. Yeah,
it's a lot to take away from that, I believe. It's just small pieces, whether it's one thing, you definitely may change in your life. So
yeah.
Thanks,
right.
Adzi. I forgot you were there, man. You were just so quiet.
But
no, cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give us a like, comment, all that type of stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode. Catch up.
See you guys.
Yeah.